Hello and welcome back. If you haven't been following along by viewing the previous videos in the series and you're new to InfoPath, I recommend you view the previous videos in the series. This presentation covers calculations. Let's begin by looking at what has already been developed. I have the following fields: beverage, quantity, unit price, charge and subtotal. The fields look cramped. I'm going to remove the subtotal field and resize the columns. At this stage I won't delete the field. I haven't quite made up my mind as to whether I will need the field at a later date, so I will hide the field name and the associated field by minimizing column width. I require a grand total field to cumulatively add the subtotal drink charges and display the grand total. To do this, I will add a custom table. First, I must think about where I should place the table. Below the blue background with a white arrow pointing down with the text repeating table by the side, I will click below to place my cursor. Next, I look up at the menu and select Insert. Looking along the options, I choose the custom table icon and highlight 2-column single row table grid, then click to add the table. I want to resize the table column to reduce the grand total field I'm going to add. I place my mouse cursor over the vertical column line, press the left mouse button down and hold it, and drag to resize the column. Now I need to add the calculation field to hold the grand total value. Looking at my fields pane, I have under Assessor's Beverage Charge folder, I see a field named Grand Total. The keen-eyed viewer will notice the hierarchical position of the field. The field needs to be held in the Charges folder, not the Assessor's Beverage Charge folder. Let's take a look at the field's properties. The data needs to be a decimal double. The default value I'm going to click the FX button to add a formula. When the Insert Formula window opens, I click the Insert Function button, then select Sum Function and click OK. I click the double click to insert field. This opens a new window. In the Fields option, I make sure Main is chosen. Next, I navigate to the Assessor's Beverage Charge, then click the charge field, then click OK. I should see sum open bracket, charge close bracket. It does so I'm happy to click Verify Formula button. All is well, so I click OK and OK again to close Insert Formula window. Returning the Fields or Groups Properties window, I check to see the refresh value when the formula is recalculated is ticked. Seeing the tick box is ticked, I proceed by clicking OK. Let's test my work. It's important when programming to complete a small task and then test your work. Don't complete a major section then test. If you complete a lot of work without testing, you'll soon discover debugging becomes a little tricky, not to mention frustrating. I click the preview button and type gin and tonic. For quantity, I enter 2, and for unit price, 9.95. Immediately I see my grand total displays a single decimal point. Let me fix this. I begin by closing the preview form. I left click the grand total field to make this active. I right click to show sub menu, then select text box properties. I change the tab to display. I remove the ticks for enabling spell checker and enable autocomplete, then place a tick in the read only box. I want this field to be read only. I don't want form fillers to edit. In the alignment, I choose right from the top down box. Next, I switch to Data tab and click Format button. This is what I set out to do. Under Format, I click the Option button for currency. Next, under Options, I select the value 2 from the drop-down box. Finally, I click OK twice to close the window. While the changes I've just made are small, they are much easier to catch when I test regularly. I must repeat, completing a mammoth amount of work and then testing can prove to be overwhelming, not to say disheartening. I speak from personal experience. Let's test again. I click Preview and type Vulcan Orange. For quantity, I enter 2, and for unit price, 15.75. The total and formatting is as it should be. Thank you for watching this video. Having viewed this video, you will be able to add running calculations to your forms.